So in this video, we will learn about the configurations of lambda function and some of the limitations of lambda functions. It is hard to digest that apart from so many features of lambda functions, we have some limitations of lambda function. So before wasting any time, let's jump on to the configuration of lambda function. So we can define the RAM size for our lambda function. It the minimum can be 128 MB and the maximum can be 3008 MB. It steps with 64 MB of size. So see 2624, next 2688. Second is timeout. We can set the timeout for our lambda function. It the range is from 1 second to 15 minutes. So if I go 20 minutes and here, so the range is from 1 second to 15 minutes. So I'll keep it as here and show you guys what it means and setting um, how it is going to benefit us. So for example, I have a my lambda. I know that my lambda function is going to be processed or going would take around 3 seconds to process a request, and I would set this timeout to be short, 3 seconds. And if I know that my lambda function would need more time to process the request, then I will set it somewhere around 10 minutes or something. I mean longer than 3 seconds, obviously. So how it is going to benefit us is because if I know that my lambda function should take around 3 seconds only to process my request, but it is taking, due to some reason it is taking longer than that time, then the user should know that something is went wrong. So for letting the user know about this situation, uh, we can use this timeout feature of lambda. So for this demo, I have set it or kept its default at 3 seconds. So what I'll do, I'm in my lambda function, I'm printing the environment variable that on which environment I'm working on. Right now I'm working on production environment, so I'm printing production environment here. I'll test it, and it is showing me that production environment. Now I know this request should not take more than 3 seconds to process. So now I'll go and I'll use the function sleep of package time. So I have already imported this function and wrote this function. I've commented it for saving some time. I'll comment this, and then this function is basically sleeping or is delaying my execution of this script, this function, by 3 seconds. So I'll save it and I'll run it, and now it will take more than 3 seconds to process. So it is taking around 3.3003.14 milliseconds to process my request, and I've got the error that uh, task timeout after 3 seconds. So user is at least aware of that he has got timeout error instead of getting a delay or progress bar. So that is how it is helping us. So let's set it to 2 seconds and see if it works or not. It worked. So that's the use of timeout in lambda. Then we have already talked about concurrency, so we can check concurrency of our lambda functions by setting it to, let's say, 0. We should ideally not set it to 0. So let's set it to 0 to test if how it works. So I have set it to 0. I cannot test or send another because it is telling me that the function is throttled. So we can set or check the throttling of our function. I'll keep it to something more reasonable, 20, let's say. Then second is, we have talked about environment variable, we have talked about memory and timeout. Third thing is, we can set X-ray, AWS X-ray for analyzing or debugging more into our lambda function. So these options we have, I'll not enable it because this will make my video long. So I just wanted to tell you guys that we have one option available to enable to integrate lambda with X-ray. Then what else? I forgot. I have already explained about these. Okay, so this is all we have. Then there are few limitations which I wanted to talk about. One limitation is that when we upload the code to lambda, on uploading the zip file to lambda we have a limit of 50 MB. On uploading something or an uncompressed file, not zip, we have a limit of 250 MB. And if I know that my code is more than 250 MB of size, then I would be using S3 for uploading the code onto lambda. Then we have a feature of temp directory inside lambda. Lambda can use that directory uh, to to save the dependency there and use it. So this would actually help. This helps in with performance boosting of our lambda functions. So that's about temp directory. And I have already told you guys that we have a concurrency limit of 1000. This is applied to all the lambda functions in the account. And then the last is that if we know that we are going to have some dependencies which can be used multiple times or which are reusable, then we must use layers in that case. So that's all about lambda. Thank you guys for watching.